Hi, and welcome back to Wicked Ones Tarot. My name is Carmen, and today we have a reading about somebody that might be listening a little bit too much to what other people have to say about you, your life, your character. It looks like we've got, with self-worth and Mother Nature, an invitation for you to take some time alone, maybe go for a hike, maybe go for a bike ride. Shoot, maybe you also like to roller skate. Whatever it is, you're being invited to take some time away from some people that may not have the best influence on you. So let's call in spirit with a little bit of enchantment. I hope you're having a wonderful day so far. We're going to dive in with the Gilded Reverie, which is an extended Lenormand. Let's see. We've got the Clover, number 2, and number 13, which is the Girl. So there's some luck or a blessing coming your way. There's good news that either you've already shared or you're about to share. And I feel like the disconnect here is somebody or a few people are unwilling to celebrate with you in terms of something you have acquired or worked on to be the right fit for an opportunity or to be successful. You may have already heard me use the example of Lady Gaga sharing the stories from her high school experience where she was saying, I know I'm going to be famous. And people were like, Psh, okay, Stephanie. This is one of those situations where there are influences around you or people around you that aren't willing to see you for who you truly are. So it's really important that you base your self-worth on your own opinion. Hi there, Kat. How are you doing? Let's dive in with the OG, the Rider-Waite. There could be some doubt here because of a 180 that somebody took in their life. So for some of you, this is a change in your career. For some of you, this is a change in terms of relationships or connections. There's something that you did kind of unapologetically here to reframe your life. I guess I'm thinking about home projects. That not a lot of people agreed with or not a lot of people expected, right? Gotta leave them guessing, right? So I think there's a little bit of confusion because people thought they knew where you were going to be headed or what your future would look like. But you've made a decision that for some reason this gets under people's skin and makes them treat you differently. So I think this is just like an unpopular career choice or an unpopular lifestyle choice. I'm trying not to share too much about myself, but we all reach a point where we have to decide, are we going to follow conventional expectations, societal expectations, or are we going to live authentically, right? And I feel like this is what's going on. I'm talking to somebody who has chosen to be more authentic in terms of how they live. And that causes problems with people around them, perhaps because you expose them for being willing to go along with that societal expectation without even thinking about there being an alternate choice. So even though you're just trying to live your life, there are people who take your choices or your bold approach as a bit of judgment on theirs because you're going after what you want or you're pursuing what makes you happy. And there are those around you that may have kind of given that up and just gone with settling for the life that they could have, right? Hi, Tiana. How are you doing? Should I say Auntie Tiana? I got yelled at the other day because I said aunt, and my coworker was like, girl, I know you didn't just say aunt. It's aunt. I'm like, no, there's a U in there. Why is it spelled differently from the insect? So feel free to tell me which side of the argument you're on for that. All right, we've got the Star, the Four of Pentacles, and the Nine of Swords in the reverse. Yeah, so for some of you, this change in your life, especially if you're the Queen of Wands and now we have the Star, we have a sense of some sort of recognition, achievement, being seen by many people, having a lot of followers. For some of you, this is judgment on being successful on social media. But you may have kept it to yourself, or you may have not wanted to share it with everyone, at least initially, because you weren't sure how they would respond. And then we get to this point where it's just like, fuck it. If you don't like it, you don't like it. But this is who I am. So, take it or leave it. Good for you. Hello there, Drew. How we doing? It's like they've never seen My Fair Lady. To be fair, I'm sure there are people out there who have not seen My Fair Lady. I saw it, but it was a long time ago. The Tower and the reverse. Ugh. The Hermit and the Empress in the reverse. You got some haters, okay? I mean, good for you for still maintaining a decent self-worth or some ambition, some desire to make something of yourself, because it seems like we've got some people that really like telling you what you can't do. We have the Tower in the reverse with the Hermit. This is identifying a new path, taking the path less traveled. All right, if y'all are going to block me, 6 ways to Sunday, whatever the saying is, then I'm going to build my own road. I'm going to figure out a way without your help. I think your intelligence has served you well and has frustrated whoever was trying to make you look incapable or unable to achieve what you want. You made a decision because you knew it was the right one for you. We have the Empress in the reverse and the Four of Swords in the reverse. Look, I could do what you all want me to do, but that would just make me like you. If I settled or if I chose what you expect me to choose, then I would hate my life too. And I'm sorry to put it that way, but that's what it feels like, is that there are people who are disappointed with their own life, so they don't want to see you reach your dreams or achieve big things. And for some of you, this is about getting out of a hometown or a small town or a community where people hold you back as opposed to lifting you up or supporting you. You recognized whatever I'm surrounded by or whoever I'm talking to, you ain't going to change. You're just going to be jealous or hateful or manipulative because you're unwilling to pursue your own healing or you're unwilling to pursue your own joy. And there are a lot of people out there like that, okay? We got to be careful around those, because if you're an empath, you have sensitivities that can be difficult to control or maintain in a certain way. And being around people like this that are really upset with their own life, so they want to see other people struggle as well, never a good thing. Look, I know you might have family, you might have like best friends, whatever it is that fall into that category. And sometimes we can't go no contact with certain people. But this is telling me you need to like spend some time away from these people or away from this community because they're negative, they're toxic. They don't like that you're getting better at what you do or that you're becoming more successful than they, said you could be. Your rise, your glow up creates instability for them because then they have to question what they thought about you and what they chose for themselves. So they don't really care for you and your highfalutin ways. I don't even know what that means. They're a little jealous, okay? And they're a little bit butthurt. We have the Four of Cups in the reverse, Eight of Pentacles, because you didn't get rejected. I mean, the road to success is filled with failures and rejection. Don't let anybody tell you any different. Can you get like successful and go viral off of one thing and never have been rejected in your life? Sure. Of course. I mean, I think I heard Kay Flay made a bet with somebody and that's why she made her first album. Like, stranger things have happened, right? But this is you having determination or a focus on a goal that you couldn't be talked out of, even though people were convinced you were going to get rejected or you wouldn't be successful. We've got the Four of Wands, the Four of Cups in the reverse, and the Eight of Pentacles. Yeah, you have made it. You have some recognition here or some accolades that demonstrate that your choices were the right ones to make. This is what you were supposed to do. We have the Magician, the World, and the Sun. Ooh. That's a lot of major arcana energy. The Magician is about capability. Look at me holding this shit up. I'm great. I know what I want to do. I'm going to do it. Nobody can stop me. This is determination. The World and the Sun. For some of you, you were able to pursue an educational path that your family had not attained prior to you. So part of the reason they didn't believe in it was because they had not walked it themselves. For others of you, your approach to life is different. Maybe you're really set on making different choices for the environment. So you want to, I don't know, live in a tiny home or not have children or be a vegan. There's something here that you did that people didn't expect you to be successful in, but you did it in a way that was true to yourself. So you're getting this giant blessing or some sort of really happy chapter in your life because you didn't let people talk you out of it. Hi there, David. How are you doing today? So there's a new chapter starting for you. We know that because we have the World, which is the end of one cycle. I do think this was the end of a generational curse or something that your predecessors had failed to do more successfully, right? You broke the mold from the people before you. But there's also something about your career or your purpose in life. You're leveling up. There's maybe been a bit of a delay or some obstacles here. Hi there, Miss Christina. How are you doing? But it's still yours. You're still getting that next chapter, that leveling up. Oh, weird. Okay. Have you ever seen Black Swan? There's this scene with Natalie Portman and her mother, and it becomes kind of obvious that the mother is like controlling over Natalie Portman's character because she is living vicariously through her daughter. In other words, you're going to have to work as hard as you can because I expect you to be the best. I expect you to do what I did or do better than I did. Um, the problem in this particular situation is that when people told you you would be rejected or you wouldn't be accepted, you wouldn't be successful, that comment was actually talking about themselves. Well, if I couldn't do it, you can't do it. So when you did it, it made it that much more painful for them to accept that it was their shortcomings or their failings in that sphere or in that pursuit that resulted in them not being chosen. So you worked harder, or you're more talented, or people like you better. They don't like any of those reasons. King of Pentacles in the reverse. Three of Cups. King of Wands or King of Rods in the reverse. So be cautious. Remember, this reading started off with saying maybe you need to spend some time in nature and not be near these people. I think for many of you, there are three people in particular that are problematic. It could be, parents, siblings, friends from school. We've got like a shift. There's so many like rap songs about this, like, oh, you want to fuck with me now? Because it's like, okay, so you didn't believe in me, you weren't like supportive of me, and told me that I couldn't do this, right? And now that I'm successful or I'm making it work or I'm doing the thing, now you want to be buddy buddy because you want money, because you want clout, because you want to say you know me. It's all wrong. It's the wrong motivations. I want to like lay claim to you now because you did the thing that I didn't believe you could do, or that I specifically told you you were not good enough to do. But now that you're making money, now that you're famous, I'm so proud of you. Yeah, you want to buy me a house? Jim Carrey, Black Swan. Yeah, killed it. Hey, y'all. Are you gonna bone in my live chat? Hi, Maria. How are you? Welcome in. So this King of Wands in the reverse is really telling me this is, can I call it beta energy? This is like, oh yeah, no, you made it work. So like now I think it's cool. Now I want to know you. Now I want to be like telling people I'm related to you, or I always believed in you. And you're just over here like, bitch, what? What did you just say? I know you did not just like pretend that you were like awesome all of these years, because you weren't. This is the Kipper. Family room. Yeah, I really do feel like this is for most of you family. Hey, so now that you're back for the holidays, or now that you're visiting for my birthday, did you want to like buy me something? Can I loan or sorry, can I borrow some money from you? They didn't expect you to be this successful. They didn't expect you to make money. They didn't expect you to be popular or looked up to or idolized or a celebrity, whatever it is. And now they want the finer things in life because you were able to achieve something that they didn't think you could. And It's just lame. I don't like it. Seriously tempted to change the name of this reading to, oh, you want to fuck with me now? But they won't let me. All right. So that was number 21 and number 27, if I didn't remember to say that. And now we have 14 and 15 consecutively. And number 8. Number 14 is message of concern. Then we have lovers and false person in the reverse. So here's the thing. There is somebody here that is loyal. There is somebody here who has been supportive or has believed in you. The example that's coming through in my brain right now is like the quietest member of the family. Maybe they're the youngest. Maybe they're the kind of, I don't know what to say. Like someone who isn't very bold, right? So they keep their opinions to themselves. There's somebody here who has a sense of concern because they know who has supported you and who has not. So I really do feel like there's some sort of reunion or some sort of like maybe you're FaceTiming together. I don't know. But there's one person in particular in this group that feels the other people have completely changed their tune, and it's because they want money. So this person could be sending a separate message because they're not a false person. This is in the reverse. They might send you a message that says, hey, they're going to ask you for money. Hey, they're going to lie to you about the situation because they want your money. Hey, don't believe what they say. Something along those lines. And this person is loyal. One of the people that have been a doubter or not believed in you may be a Gemini, because we've got this lovers card that keeps popping up that seems to be kind of a reference to that, right? For some of you, this person who gives you the heads up on people wanting to just like get money from you, this could be a romantic interest for you. We have anxiety and pop-up, and both are in the reverse. So yeah, there's some protection here for you, as well as some hoops these people would have to jump through if they wanted to be able to actually like have access. So I don't think you need to like be too worried about it, right? You'll have some level of control in terms of when you see these people, if ever. You probably will. Then we have triggers and soulmate. So this is either a close friend or a romantic interest that is going to give you a heads up on these individuals not being truly on your side. They just want to see what they can get for themselves. And I feel like there's going to be a number of random, yet not really feeling random occurrences or things that you see when you're driving around, whatever it is, that reinforces whatever is said here. All right. Hi there, Vincent. How are you doing? Hello, Miss Joanna. Welcome, welcome. Let's see what else we have with the Pulp Tarot. So number 5 could be important because we've got 5 of Wands, 5 of Cups. This is going to be a lesson for the people that fought you on this or were jealous of you or tried to compete with you, they're going to be, eventually, they're going to realize they were their own worst enemy in the situation. And that maybe they need to be a little bit more respectful, a little bit more optimistic or faithful towards those that have treated them well. Because I do feel like you treat them with respect that they don't return to you. There's that King of Wands again. I'm telling you, they want your money. King of Wands, Nine of Pentacles. And it's like she's got awards behind her for those pentacles. There's accolades here or acknowledgement here that you have done the thing that they said you couldn't do. You've made money, you're more self-sustaining, whatever it is, these people want to lay claim to it and they don't get to. Seven of Cups, Hierophant in the reverse, Two of Cups. Yeah, so this Seven of Cups to me is coming across as people asking for things, people putting out a cup to try to get some money, right? And the Hierophant in the reverse. Well, now that you have the money, can I have some of it? And I feel like this particular combination is saying, don't feel like you have to. You don't have to do a damn thing. You don't have to give them anything. You don't even have to buy them a sweet tea. This is like, yeah, they may ask for it, but they've got a lesson they need to learn. Now, this is interesting territory because, in my opinion, when karma needs to be paid by somebody that I have interacted with, I'm not really interested in like lording that over them or getting off on like making them feel bad about it, right? I'm going to like walk this way. You can go that way and do whatever you want to do over there. And I trust the universe to give you the karma that you deserve. Do I need to know about it? Because I know it's going to happen. But this is one of those situations where somebody has the dubious distinction of being able to dole out this karma. That's a lot of D's. So for some of you, this is a test. Can you deal with the situation in a way that is just, but also like fair, like towards them? I guess that's what just means. Be cautious is what I'm saying. This is, after all, unconventional. And so I feel like this is like you sitting at the head of the table when you're used to sitting at the kids' table. Like it's a switch up and it might make you feel uncomfortable. But remember with this Two of Cups, remember who actually cares. Remember who actually supports you. If it were me in this situation, I would be civil, I would be polite, but I would be distanced. I do not trust you. I do not trust your desire to support me now. I do not trust you to loan you any money. I'm going to stay close to and trust the people who were there for me when you were not. Period. If you're a fair weather friend, then you can fair weather see your way out. Like, I'm not interested in fake shit. Like, that show Entourage, if anything, should have taught us like a bunch of people who say yes to you or like follow you around all the time isn't always a good thing. The Ten of Pentacles, Page of Cups in the reverse. We have the Page of Cups in the reverse up here as well. Knight of Pentacles. So if you have not already made a decent amount of money taking this unconventional path or approach, you're going to. And you may see these people getting excited because they can sense, oh, this is real. Like they're going to actually make some decent money, you know? They might get a bit, I'm seeing desperate. They might count their chickens before they're hatched, make assumptions on what you'd be willing to do. They might, oh, let's all go out to dinner, and then just like expect you to pick up the tab. I hate that shit. Like, be cautious, because I do feel like there's a sense of you are hopeful that they've changed, or you are hopeful that they see you differently, or that they have grown up. And I don't think so. This Knight of Pentacles is more so telling me that there have been people sidestepping their healing, sidestepping their development, and just being self-absorbed. So I would be slow to trust. Hello, Adelita. How are you doing? Welcome in. Yeah, that sounds pretty awful. I mean, there's no excuse for that, you know? Oh, thank you for sharing that, Miss Joanna. Hello, is it Sarab? Yes, this is for free. And if you want personal readings, I charge for those. We have the Page of Pentacles and the Knight of Swords in the reverse. The more, like, I'm looking at this as another award on the wall, because we have the Nine of Pentacles right above it, and they look like Grammys or whatever on the wall behind her. The more acclaimed or recognized or famous you get, the more irrational these people get. I really feel like this is family. Like, they just feel entitled because they are related. We have the Magician coming out again. And the Ten of Swords. So there's going to be a point at which things get difficult enough that you wonder whether you need to go no contact. Because while you are over here as the Magician, notice there's all four of the implements, right? The pentacle, the sword, the cup, the wand. And then we have the Ten of Swords. If you don't like me being who I am, if you don't want me to be successful in what I wanted to do with myself, then there's nothing for us to talk about. It seems like all at once they want you to be wealthy and unsuccessful. Like, I want to be able to tell you, I knew you wouldn't be able to do that, you silly goose. But also, can I borrow $10,000? You can't please these people, and you probably shouldn't. An old French lady would probably say, let them eat cake. This is going to eventually get to a fever pitch, and a decision will need to be made. And I do feel like at some point it does make sense for you to have a lot of distance. But just know that this isn't something that you could have controlled or changed. You are who you are, and you're being who you're supposed to be. Don't ever feel guilty for that, okay? all we can ever do is be well-intentioned and hope to be fair and respectful towards others. But yo, I am what I am. You know, if you don't like it, go find someone named Cameron. I don't know what to tell you. Like, if these people don't want to accept who you are and the talents that you have, fuck out of here. I ain't got time for that shit. Oh, I'm going to do a little song and dance and pretend I'm someone else. No, I'm not. All right, we need a little bit of golden girls in our life, I think. All right, we've got the Four of Swords, Ace of Pentacles, both of which are in the reverse. So there's a sense of loss coming to these people, and it's indubitably, such a good word, indubitably it is because they think or they are entitled to some money from you, and you're like, what? No. I set up a charity for poor kids because they deserve it. You don't. Like, there's better things to do with your money. Do you really think that they'd be like smart with any money that you gave them? No. These are the kind of people you give them a little bit of money and then they're going to be like, oh, I could like go back to that ATM later on and like, you know, build that deck I wanted or like buy that pontoon I wanted. No. This feels to me like a do not give them money. Like maybe give them nice gifts for Christmas or whatever. But like don't turn on that faucet because it'll be hard to turn it off. They'll just expect more and more, right? And beyond that, we have people that have not wanted to learn their lesson, right? Have not wanted to become better people. They look externally as to why things happen instead of what can I do differently? What can I do better, right? Hi there, April. Welcome in. Hello, Kevin. Hello, Morgan the Void. How are we doing today? Gosh, do you have any redeeming qualities? Do you do stuff that's good? Or is it just shite? All right. Two of Pentacles and the reverse. We had that right here. Instability and financial problems. And then right next to it, the Ten of Pentacles. It's not easy to avoid giving people things when it seems like they really need your help, right? There have been times where I have pondered, you know, giving my last $20 to somebody because it looked like they needed it more than I do. And that's not a bad thing, right? It's great to have a big heart and to want to be kind and caring and generous with people, especially those that have been that same energy with you. But these are individuals who have been cold, or I don't know why I want to use the word unaffirming. Like they don't affirm who you are, or they don't validate your emotions or your goals. And yet they want you to like pay for their shit. It's not easy to be successful in the face of people who are not, but you can find a way to give back to the community in a way that is more substantial or has greater impact than giving to these people. Sure, buy them an iPad. I don't know, buy them a trip to Disneyland, whatever, but don't just give them money. I would never give them money. Because they will mismanage it for sure. And they have to have some sense of, I'm on my own, or I need to fix this for myself. Because what did they do? They left you to fix your shit by yourself. You figured it out. Clearly, you got the Ten of Pentacles coming out every deck. Yeah, there's going to be some difficulty here, but I don't want you to feel like you owe them, because you don't. We have the Eight of Wands in the reverse, Judgment in the reverse. I do think there's going to be a point at which their greed or their inability to understand you as a person pushes you to question, why do I talk to these people? Why am I still in contact with people that just want to use me and don't believe in me, right? Like, I don't know that they would give you the shirt off their back if that's all that they had to offer, but they would expect that from you. They expect your shoes too. You will likely get to the point where you realize this is an empty relationship. This is quite frankly, it's an abusive one. They want things from you, but they are unwilling to do anything for you. Ace of Swords, Six of Wands. All right, here's the other thing. And some of you have probably already heard me say this. Sometimes your blessings or your unexpected income hangs and waits for you to enter your life once you've already realized how to get rid of the people that would take from you. There's a lot of greed out there. There's a lot of selfishness out there. There's a lot of dishonesty out there. These people are in your life to teach you from an early age that not everyone's on your side. And that sucks, but it's powerful to be able to know the difference and to be able to see that, right? Hi there, Peggy. How are you doing? The truth of the matter is you were always destined to be successful because you have a good heart. But when you are destined for fame or success, wealth, any of that, the universe will prepare you first. They don't want to give you this giant blessing and this beautiful life only for somebody who doesn't deserve it to steal it from you. So it's like a requirement that you actually learn how to protect your own blessings, right? And sometimes that protection is in the form of no contact or cutting people off, saying no to their requests, changing your number. It's really admirable because I see a really beautiful heart, somebody who wants to be kind and take care of people. But at a certain point, you have to ask yourself, if I am pouring all of this into you, who am I not able to help that might do more with those resources or with that investment than you do, right? There's a question mark here in terms of what would these people actually do with what they want from you? Check out my massive shoe collection. Yeah, I'm making fun of you for a shoe collection. I collect yachts. That's cool. Like, yo, if I was ridiculously rich, I would absolutely start a charity or foundation. What can I do to like make this a better place? I don't need like the best purses and the sexiest shoes. I don't care if they are red on the bottom. Like, I don't give a fuck. If you have that approach and you're actually making the world a better place and these people just want to spend it on themselves to look rich, like, fuck that. Keep your money. You will overcome your domestic troubles. I digress. You worry over small matters. Stop worrying about what people think about you who have done you wrong. If you treated me like shit, I don't give a shit what you think about me. I had one person send me a text message after I was like, yeah, that was kind of unforgivable what you did there. So I'm going to have to like end this friendship. They kept coming at me like, you're so fucking dumb. And I'm like, this is me not caring what you think of me. Like, I want to be seen as a good person, of course. But like, if you've already demonstrated that you're not a good person, I don't give a shit what you think of me. You are a great leader. So yeah, there will be people that hate on you. They'll be jealous of you or not like how you approach things. But for the most part, you got people that really respect you and want to be around you. which means you can be a little selective, right? I'm going to hang out with the people who have good intentions like me instead of the people who just want to use other people to get what they want. So, yeah. I got a little sassy in this reading. Thank you for putting up with me. I love you all. So good to see you guys in the live chat. Thank you for the likes and the subscribes, and I will see you on the next reading. Bye, guys.